Hello. In this video, I'm going to discuss SLMC paper given last time in 2023. So before that, I want to remind you that the registration for SLMC 2024 is still going on. This is actually on February 15th. So if you're not registered, please register. All right. Okay, let's start the discussion of the SLMC paper. Let me share the paper with you. I hope you can see the paper, right? So the first page, the cover page, right, is that it has information about the competition. So this has 30 multiple choice questions like all the other SLMC papers. And the duration is 90 minutes. You have to answer all questions in 90 minutes. And these questions, they have 5 points for each correct response. So the first 10 are easy. Second 10 are medium, and for each correct answer, 6 points. And the next 10 are hard, so 8 points for each correct response. Right? Okay. So let's look at the questions. So the first question is that what digit should replace the letter A so that the following subtraction is correct? So A stands for a digit, and we need to find out what the digit is. If this subtraction is correct, then what number is represented by A? What digit, right? So we can actually go through the subtraction. So we start with the ones column. So 8 minus 3 is 5. Okay. And then we need to subtract 2 from 1 in the tens column, right? We can't do that. We need to borrow 1 from the hundreds column, right? So this 1 in the hundreds column becomes 10 in the tens column, right? So now it is 1 plus 10, 11. 11 minus 2 is 9, correct? And then this is now A minus 1, right? And A minus 1 should be minus 0 should be 4. So that means A is equal to 4. Sorry, is equal to 5, right? Is equal to 5. So we went through the subtraction, right? And then when we came to the tens column, we had to borrow 1 from the hundreds column. So then A becomes A minus 1, and then A minus 1 should be equal to 4. That means A is equal to 5, right? We can also turn this subtraction into an addition, right? And find out A. So if this number, right? If we subtract 2023 from that is equal to 495, then this should be equal to 2023 plus 2495. So if you add them up, you get so the ones digits 8, 2 plus 9 is 11, and 1 is carried forward, and then you get 5 here, 4. So again, you can see that A is equal to 5. Right. Let's move on to the next question. What's the largest 4-digit odd number that can be formed by rearranging the digits in 2023? Right. So we understand rearranging means shuffle, right? We shuffle the digits, right? So we get 4-digit numbers, right? Out of those, what is the largest 4-digit number, right, you get by shuffling or rearranging the digits in 2023? So for this number to be odd number, right, then the ones digit has to be an odd number. And in the, you have 3 digits in 2023, 3 different digits, right? 0, 2, and 3. And only 3 is odd, out of these 3 digits, right? So then we have to keep 3 in the ones place so that the number is odd. So then in 2023, we only shuffle 202, right? And then you can see that the largest one you can get is actually 2,203. So that's the largest one, right? Yeah, that answer is here. Okay, right. So the next question, now, as I always say, right, you need to do the question before I discuss it and then check my discussion on that particular problem, okay? So here, Kamali's family, right, has 11 children. She has four sisters and 4 brothers. Sorry, 6 sisters and 4 brothers. So including her, there are 11 in the family. The brother Anil is the youngest in the family. How many sisters does Anil have? Now, Anil is a boy, right? Okay, and then with Kamani, right, there are 7 girls in the family. And since Anil is a boy, right, all of these 7 girls are his sisters, right? So therefore, the answer is 7. Anil has 7 sisters, right? Okay. So the next question, the cat is inside how many circles, right? So you can see that there are how many circles? I can see that there are 5 circles, right? So we need to find out in how many circles the cat is inside, right? So what we can do is that we can color each circle, right? Like this way. And you can see that that circle doesn't contain the cat. Cat is not inside this circle because if it was, then it would have been painted in red, right? So he's not there, right? So we can color this circle, which is this one, right? And you can see that the cat is not inside that one either, right? Right. And what about the other circles, right? So you have one here, and you can see that when you circle, when you redraw it, right, you can see the cat is inside, right? And then so this one in green, again, cat is inside, right? And this circle, so you can see the cat is inside. So actually, the cat is inside 3 circles, right? So inside 3 circles, and that actually gives us the answer. And it is outside. Now, this is something not asked in the problem. Outside 2 circles, right? And so there are 5 circles, okay? Right. So let's go to the next question. The following grid consists of 12 small squares of side 1 centimeter. How many of these small squares should be shaded so that the fraction of the total area is 2/3, right? All right. So how do we shade 2/3 of this grid, right? So you can see that it has 3 rows, 4 columns, right? So if we shade 2 rows out of these 3 rows, right? What happens? So I shade this row and I shade this row, right? So then out of, since each square is of the same area, right? So we can see that the shaded area is actually 2/3, right? So how many squares are there? There are 8 squares, right? Now you can also do this differently, right? So if you have no knowledge about fractions, right? So the 2/3 actually is equivalent, right, to so what I'm going to do is that now if you multiply both top and bottom by any number, right, you get an equivalent fraction equivalent to this 2/3. For example, I can multiply it by 5, right? Still I get an equivalent fraction. So I get 10/15, right? Now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to multiply the top and bottom so that in the bottom I get 12. It is because there are 12 squares in this grid, right? So then I need to multiply the top and the bottom by 4, right? The 2 times 4 over 3 times 4, it is a fraction equal to 2/3, which is 8/12, right? And then you can see that, yeah, our answer is correct. But it also tells us that you can shade any 8 squares, right? This one, this one, this, 5 more, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So as you can see now, again, 2/3. Total area share these 2/3. Okay. So that is the end of the first 5 questions, right? The first 5 questions. In the next video, I'll discuss the next 5 questions. Okay.